Good morning, good morning. Hello, everybody. Welcome, welcome, welcome in. Penny 7. Good morning, darling. All right, I think I finally got it up here. Maria, where have you been? Good morning. So glad you're here today. There we are. Hello. Thank you, Annie. All right, so how's everybody doing? It's Thankful Thursday, so we're going to be doing some gratitude. Get on in here and let's do that. I love starting my day with gratitude. But first, I love starting my day with the heart brain coherence. So the hand on the heart and slow down the breathing. And add in the love. Let's give yourself a big old hug this morning. Let's give each other virtual hugs today as we do the heart brain coherence, knowing that you are not alone, never alone. So let's just go into our compassionate heart and share that beautiful, beautiful, cohesive love. Thank you all for being here. Just breathe in love and breathe out love. What a beautiful day. It's a great day to have a great day, isn't it? I just think it is magnificent this morning. Annie, how are you doing, honey? And how's our Grayson? Oh, there's our Marietta. I'm starting my day with hugs and gratitude too. Yes, indeed. And boy, do we need those Marietta hugs. They're amazing. I'm so glad you're here. Blue, hello, hello. Auntie Jean, love you too, Auntie Jean. And thank you so much for making me some warm water this morning. I love doing this. I never thought I would be able to get on here and talk without coffee, but the warm water just really helps in the morning before I have the coffee. So thank you. And Suzanne Millard, good morning to you. Stacy, hello. Oh, you've got a huge wind today, Blue, and Dave is home. Well, it's the best place for him, especially in a big wind. I'm out there with that big machinery and all the stuff that he's been doing. So I'm glad he's taking care of himself. Annie, you've been working trying to get money for bills, and Grayson's on his way to school. Bye, Grayson. And then you have this weekend where he goes to his dad. What you going to do with that weekend, Annie? I hope you're going to plan something fun. Plan something for yourself to just honor you. I'd love to know that you're going to do that because we all need playtime. That's what I feel. We need that playtime. It can't be just all work and no play. That's not any fun at all. So Thankful Thursday. Let me read the blog and then we'll get to our gratitude, even more gratitude. Kathy Hand. Good morning, sweet Kathy. I hope you're doing well this morning. You're most likely working. Well, please carve in some time there for fun because you need that. We all need the fun. All right, let me see if I can get the blog up. My computer did a weird thing this morning and I had to reboot it. So nothing is open on my computer. All right. So the blog is Teach by Example. And welcome to December, by the way. The quote is by Ken Venturi. I don't believe you have to be better than everybody else. I believe you have to be better than you ever thought you could be. If you are going to compete with yourself. Strive to do better than you did yesterday. Hold yourself to a higher moral compass. Things get really wonky when we start comparing ourselves to others and losing sight of the fact that life is not a competition. There is room for us all, and there is more than plenty of resources for our planet. Dear angels, I don't think we were born with a competition or comparison mindset. We have evolved into that. Can we someday choose to teach our children to honor the earth and the importance of minding our resources? Dear ones, indeed, there is a need to turn away from greed and trying to amass a fortune that you cannot possibly use in one lifetime. It's not about how much you accumulate as much as it is to mind your attitude. If you find yourself looking down on those less fortunate than yourselves, then you are part of the problem of what is happening on your planet. Stop focusing on who has what and become more compassionate with those down on their luck. If you can give a handout to someone, do so with a pure intention of spreading love. Live in integrity and honor. Yes, it is possible to change the trajectory of what is happening now, and it is the children who can bring that to fruition. Don't leave the task of teaching them to others. Reinforce in them the desire to live in a world that works for everyone, not just a select few. Help them to see the importance of working together instead of always competing. Teach the meaning of sharing, of hugging, of honoring each other. That is how you will turn the needle and see real change happen. Teach your children well, beginning with yourselves. Model for them what charity looks like. Help them to see their own worth so they can see that in each other. Dear angels, today I promise to express myself in a more loving way and to always model compassion in our world. Wow. Teach your children well. You know, there's a song about that. And I just think we need to be doing that more and more. We need to lift up our children. We need to congratulate them. We need to show them that they are worthy, that they are enough. Don't let them go until later in life without hearing those words. That's what happened to me. I didn't hear that. I didn't hear that I was enough, that I was worthy. I never heard those words, and certainly didn't get that attitude from my parents, my caregivers, anybody in my life. So don't let them grow up without hearing that. It's very, very important. It's more important, though, than hearing the words, to see it in you, to see that you truly do appreciate them and honor them for who they are. Let's really see our kids. Let's really help them to understand what it means to be compassionate. to be loving, to have touch. As human beings, we need that touch. We need to know that other people are okay and that we're okay. So hugging and loving and all that good stuff, and especially when it comes to our children, to really teach them so that they can spread that. Oh, Blue, I'm so sorry that you're not able to keep connected. We love you, honey. Good morning, Sally. Good morning, Elena. Good morning, Joanne. Thank you all for coming in. I think of some of you that are here, some of you that are parents of young children, and some of you that are grandparents of young children. And when I wrote this blog last night and the angels gave that beautiful message about honoring and teaching our children, I thought of some of the family, and I thought, this is just so amazing that that the angels are helping us to see what we need and what we need to do. These are okay. You don't know. I'm going to go on to the Kuan Yin card and welcome everybody that's finding us this morning. Joanne, I don't know what your thought was, but I'd love to hear it, especially with that little grandbaby that you have, baby Eris, that we pray for all the time. Good morning, Deirdre. Okay, so the Kuan Yin card is love makes all things possible. Love makes all things possible. Take your time, commit to your inner journey, and don't give up. The Divine Mother is always there. Success will be yours. I love that card, and it does go along with what the angel said last night, to make sure that our children know they're loved. Oh, you were driving, and I knew you were on your way to work. Good morning, Leo and Auntie Jean. And this is the other thing. I think this message last night, a lot of you teachers and ex-teachers can understand it more fully as you have worked with young children. And Auntie Jean says, yay to our Karen Palmer, who works to help children know their worth. If you know your worth, you don't need to compete, right? And I love that thought that, we didn't start out competing. We weren't in that nursery at the hospital and look over and say, oh, that baby's prettier than me. And, there just wasn't that thought. There was just the thought of, oh, yay, I'm here with other beings, because we are social people. We're social. We need that social tribe. We need those that think along the same way that we do, and to have the conversations and to help each other see the importance of saying hello and of really acknowledging each other. I think about that a lot when I see the homeless, and especially you can tell if somebody's really homeless. I know there's a lot of scams, but if somebody is so down on their luck, and you can tell that they probably haven't eaten in a while, buy them a meal. I've done that. When I stop somewhere along the way to buy myself something, if I see someone, I buy them a meal as well. It doesn't hurt at all, and it doesn't cost that much to just say, okay, give me another sandwich, or a hot cup of coffee, something. Oh, yes, they do, Kathy Hand. Our Mama Hotto Bear, she teaches our children so well. I love my Hotto Bear, and I love the story. Good morning, Jennifer Langren. Thank you for being here. And that's right, Deirdre, no sorries in Peeville. What are we thinking? All right, so got gratitude. Who are you grateful for this morning? Let's do some who's instead of what's. Who are you grateful for? Bring me one person. Just type one name in there. That's all. Just one name, whoever it might be. Doesn't matter if none of us know who they are. You know who they are. So who are you grateful for? And he says, years ago when I worked the ER desk, it was cold and we served coffee to the homeless. Would come in and would stay warm and cozy in the lobby. Thank you for doing that. You know, when I was in Michigan with Sally and Tony at Zenlightenment, they would also share some coffee. I can't remember his name, Sally, but there was a man that would come in and you were so gracious to give him coffee in the morning. When I was there, we'd be sitting around talking first thing when the store was opening. Thank you for doing that. And Annie says, you're making me think, what can I do to help? Even in the struggle, we can always help. Even in the struggle. You know, that's so true, Annie. If we're struggling and we can give a hand out, just imagine what that does to our heart. Just imagine how that lifts us up to say, I can do one thing. I can help one person. Maybe we can't go out and feed a whole group of homeless, but we can help one person. We can make a difference in that one life. And we never know where that might go. We don't know what the ripple effect is. And Deirdre, I'm grateful for me. I know that person. I'm grateful for you too, Deirdre. Annie, I'm grateful for kids. Yes, yes. Oh, Elena, I love that. Grateful for your son and daughter. Maria, grateful for our moment. Yes, I am grateful for every time we get together, every morning when I come on. Sometimes I oversleep, not too often, but it does happen. I slept really well last night. I had just gotten myself a humidifier, and it makes all the difference, you guys. When I wake up and my throat is so dry, it makes a difference to have that humidifier going, because I haven't been waking up with such a dry throat and mouth anymore. So I slept really well. Kathy Hand, I'm grateful for two local police officers, Minnick and Jenkins, for being there yesterday for Colin. You know, I love acknowledging people. So when someone has really helped and done well, I like to send a note, a message to their supervisors or their managers or whatever it might be. Marietta, grateful for her husband, Ed. Oh boy, got lots of gratitude going on. I love this. And good morning, Ricky and Josie. Marietta is grateful for her husband, Ed, who had his 75th birthday yesterday. Hallelujah. Happy birthday, Ed. Oh, I hope it was amazing and wonderful. And Deirdre's always grateful for my peas. Yes, yes, yes. And Auntie Jean, I also love the idea of having little bags with personal items and a health bar, something to help without supporting a bad habit. Teri saved all the hotel shampoos and lotions for the homeless. Yeah, I have a little bag of them. And, you know, I was really impressed when I was in St. Louis and I met Dr. Marty. For those of you who are maybe familiar with who she is, she started the Ungun Project, speaking out against violence. And she took me to her mom's because she had to drop off something. So I got to meet her mother, and she was explaining to her mother what I do, the piece on her tour and how I move around the country. And her mom goes, oh, wait a minute, wait a minute. And she goes back in and she comes outside and she's got this bag, just like I do, collecting the little miniatures of the shampoos and conditioners and soap. And she handed me that bag and asked me to just use that along the way to pass out to people. And what a delight to know that other people do that. I love that idea. The other idea that one of my friends did in Florida is, you can go to like a Goodwill or a thrift store. You can get a purse for so little money, and just get a purse and put some of those things in it. So when you see a female that's out and down on her luck, just hand her that. What a great gift that would be to receive. I would think that I would want somebody to do that for me, just to help out when you can't afford to go buy it yourself. And yes, I've been in that position. And Kathy said they know the real Colin. And Joanne is grateful baby Eris is feeling better, grateful for everyone's prayers. Yes, yes. And Kathy said Colin will be writing a thank you to them, and it was his own idea. I'm so glad. Kathy, I really pray for you and your family. We've been praying, but maybe this is what was needed. Maybe it is that wake-up call. Suzanne, I'm so glad to hear that. Grateful for her German friend, Christine. She is completely positive and encouraging. You found a soul sister. Yay, yay. Maria, I'm so glad you're here. Thank you for being here. I love all this gratitude this morning. This is one of the best Thankful Thursdays we've had in a while. Thank you all for jumping in there and for sharing your love and your gratitude. Oh, Oksana, good morning. I was wondering where you've been. Oh, yes. I've been streaming on Angel Speakers. I messed up on Restream and I deleted the Enlightened World YouTube channel. So I have to get that back. I've asked them for the info to get back into it. So hopefully I can get back on there as well. But right now on YouTube, I'm streaming on Angel Speakers. So I'm glad you found it, Oksana. How are you doing? And how is our Max? And who are you grateful for today? We're sharing some beautiful gratitude in here this morning. So just want to give everybody a chance to say who you're grateful for. Ricky Rick and Josie, I'm so grateful for the two of you. How are you all doing? And what's going on in your world? I want an update. Auntie Jean was just asking me yesterday what's happening. And I said, I don't know. So let's get an update from you two. And I think I should read the Kuan Yin card again. What do you think? You think we need to hear that again? Because I do. Love makes all things possible. Take your time. Commit to your inner journey and don't give up. The Divine Mother is always there. Success will be yours. Divine Mother has really been guiding me lately and I've been doing a lot of introspection, and she's been right there giving me encouragement and providing words of love, lifting me up when sometimes I'm like, I don't know what to do. How we used to whine to our moms. I don't know what to do about this. Well, we can whine to Divine Mother, and then she says, all right, stop that. And then she helps us to think more positive and gives us some guidance along the way. So she's always there, that beautiful, beautiful feminine aspect of God that we need to understand things more fully. I love that I've been doing this ceremony that I'm doing now after my soul retrieval experience. I go on every night. I don't go on, I go in and really think about what do I need to know and ask for guidance. It used to just flow in at moments when I was like, I can't write that down right now. But now I sit with pen and paper and I say, what do I need to know in this very moment and going forward? The more we do that, the more answers we get. And maybe you're not used to writing. Maybe that would be something totally different for you. Or if you do write, if you're used to journaling or writing down ideas and thoughts, I encourage you to write with some automatic writing. Write with your opposite hand. That way it's not your brain totally leading you. And it might seem a little awkward and a little weird at first. But if you just sit there with that pen or crayon or whatever you want to use to be creative, if you just sit there with it in your opposite hand and wait, ask the questions and wait and say, what do I need to know right now? And that's all you need to do. Just ask that. Ask what's needed in your life and how you can understand things more fully. And that's what I've been doing. But go beyond that. If you get that answer, or I should say, when you get that answer, because you will, when you ask the question, you'll get the answer, then go further, go a little bit deeper with it. So this is what I've been doing. This is my ritual now. If I hear something, I ask for more explanation. I ask, what does that look like? What do you mean by that? Can I hear more specifics? So instead of just writing down the words that you hear or that you intuitively receive, go further with it. Do the deeper dive and say, what does that look like for me? How does that work? Auntie Jean says, I got a lot of little makeup bags free during my working days. I can put personal items in for the ladies. My son says the greatest gift you can give them is to see them as equals, acknowledge them as fellow human beings, let them know they have worth. We all need to know that, don't we, Aunt Jean? We all need to know that we're seen, that we're heard, that we're acknowledged. And when we do that, we're acknowledging ourselves, because there really is no separation. There's only us. Every person that you encounter is just an aspect of you, of the oneness of all. So if you are being kind, you're being generous and compassionate, you're doing that to your own self. So why wouldn't you? Why wouldn't you show love? We all deserve love. Ricky, you all have colds. Otherwise, things are hunky-dory. I love hearing that. And we're hearing from Oksana. Oksana says, I am doing well. I appreciate all the wonderful signs pointing me in the most highest direction. I appreciate all of my angels and my higher self and the energy of Source always carrying me to love. Max is doing great as well. We are having his friends staying with us for several days as his parents went out of town. So the boys are having a blast. I bet it's a happy place there where you are. Thank you. Thank you for teaching these young ones about openness and love and just acknowledging them. Oksana, you are such a delight. So glad that Auntie Jean and I got to stop and meet you and see you along the way. And Jennifer Langren, I'm grateful for waking up this morning. I'm grateful you did too, Jen, and that you're here this morning to share love with us. And we're giving our Marietta's husband, Ed, lots of extra love today because it was his birthday yesterday. So Ed, I just hope it was a magnificent day that just keeps on going. You closed out November with your birthday. All right, so we are in December. We're in a new month, counting down this last month of the year. And what you going to do with this month? You have a whole new month. And opportunities and potential and possibility. So what are you going to do with it? Just share. If you have some dream to end your year, what would you like to see happen for you as you close out 2022? Is there something special that just would make the whole year for you? Is there something that would lift you and others up? Marlene Badinger, good morning. You just lifted my vibration jumping in here. So happy to see you in the morning. And it is time for our prayers. So I know we got lots going on. We have a lot of gratitude from our Robin Waters Dykes and her daughter Sarah, who just had surgery. And we all were there lifting her through that surgery and making that the very best experience it could have possibly been for her. We have our Lisa Jo Davis. Many of you may know her on Facebook or know her from what she does working with the angels. And Lisa Jo had a little experience yesterday and had to go to the ER. So let's please keep her lifted up in our prayers. And if you know Lisa Jo, or even if you don't, send her out a message of love. You know, it really does lift us up when somebody sends us that little happy message in the mornings or sometime during the day that says, I'm grateful for you. It's all you have to do. Just share a moment of gratitude and it lifts the vibration. So thank you to anybody who might do that. Lisa Jo and I have been friends for many, many years. I love her like a sister. And I just appreciate anybody who will take time today to pray for her and to lift her up. And we've heard gratitude for baby Eris doing better. Don't know about our other babies that we pray for, baby Haven and baby Wyatt, but I know they still need our prayers big time. And Deirdre says prayers for all humans, for Gaia and world peace and attention to human trafficking. Thank you for that, Deirdre. Anyone else that wants to add in some prayers, go ahead, please, and do that this morning. We have really blown through this time this morning with all the gratitude and the love. And thank you. Thank you to everyone who came in. It was so good to see all of you. Okay. So let's go into our hearts with our prayers. If you have some that you'd like to share, go ahead and type it in while we're meditating and lifting these up that we know we have in front of us to lift up. And let's pray for Blue and the whole area of the Deerfield Valley in Vermont right now, who sounds like they're getting a heck of a storm in there. I mean, if it kept Dave home, you know it's got to be a pretty good storm. And pray that they have their wood cut and ready so that they can keep warm this winter. All right, so take a breath in and allow that breath to go right to your heart space. See it coming in as a bright white light coming directly from the great central sun, illuminating the energy inside of us into our heart. Let's go to the heart today. When we meditate on our heart energy, we really connect in because that's where our spirit is. It's in our heart. So just love your spirit being today, that part of you that knows that there's more to life than this human experience. Just breathe right into the heart. What are you feeling as you do that? As you focus on your own beautiful heart, what's it saying to you? Is it giving you a message? Just listen. As you breathe in that white light, you're going to find your heart expanding. And as it expands, you're able to see more fully what this life is all about. You're able to see where you can make a difference in the world, how that heart of yours can love more fully and give more fully. And then breathe out that love into the world. Let that love energy in your heart expand into your home, into your neighbors, into your community, and then go further. Wherever you live, just let it expand out. And now let's expand it to those that we lift up every day, all of those on our prayer list. Just send that love right in there, lifting them, asking for them to be seen and acknowledged, for that beautiful divine white light to shine on every one of them, illuminating the need, whatever the challenge or the struggle is that brought them to this prayer circle. Exhale the love. And then let's love on each other. 3, 2, 1. Thank you. I love you. Marietta says, I love spirit and I love you and you and you too. Thank you, Marietta. Auntie Jean says, I am so grateful that I have such a loving spiritual family that cares so much about others. Like Teri says, we are all one. Michael is having his surgery today at 3 p.m. Please pray for him. So at what time zone is that in, Jean? So we can all know to lift him up at that time, to lift up the surgeons, to call in Archangel Raphael so that Raphael can guide the surgeon's hands and everyone that's attending to him. Okay, I don't see the answer yet. Leo says, thank you. I love you all. Thank you for all the love and birthday messages yesterday. Oh, Leo, I hope it was an amazing, amazing day for you. It's Pacific. So 3 p.m. Pacific would be 6 p.m. in Eastern time, you guys. So figure that out, whatever time zone you're in from the Eastern time, and you'll know when Michael's having his surgery. This is Auntie Jean Lorio's son, who sliced his finger at Thanksgiving and needs to have surgery done. So let's all just help him by being there and sending love. I'm getting our Leo queued up here so that we can sing along with him. Okay. I'm having to do it on YouTube because my Alexa, for some reason, is on the fritz. Okay, now what are we doing? I love all the security. I have to tell them it is me. Whatever I have to do to get our Leo up here and playing for us. There you are. Oh, I'm not hearing it.
Good morning, Earthlings. It's time to So get up and get ready, because today is the perfect day to have a great day. Here we go, come on, come on. Come on, let's play. It's a beautiful day. If you woke up this morning, might as well be part of it. When it's for peace, so let me show for harmony. You and me, mama, be on the lead. Wherever we may be, we create a photo where we can be together. The heart telephone is always one phone call away. Calling on the guys, the angels, and the masters. Take a deep breath, we're going into a new dimension. Morning cup full of joy, every day. To start the day on a high vibe, we call the AAA. Morning cup full of joy, with all the bees and the pod. The daily mantra is thank you, I love you, namaste. Morning cup full of joy, every day. To start the day on a high vibe, we call the AAA. Morning cup full of joy, with all the bees and the pod. The daily mantra is thank you, I love you, namaste. Give me a cup full of joy. Give me a cup full of. Give me a cup full of joy. Give me a cup full of.
Oh, thank you from the heart.
Cup full of joy, full of light, full of love. Bottomless refuse, spilling out from the top here. The coffee's always hot and the trust is always yours. The sun is calling out to play us food on the show. Today's a new day, we all part of this game. Let's play to win. Love always is the winning team. And you can side with us, there is always no space in the pot. Full of love, take a spot to get the day started. Morning cup full of joy, every day. To start the day on a high vibe, we call the AAA. Morning cup full of joy, with all the bees and the pod. The daily mantra is thank you, I love you, namaste. Morning cup full of joy, every day. To start the day on a high vibe, we call the AAA. Morning cup full of joy, with all the bees and the pod. The daily mantra is thank you, I love you, namaste. Give me a cup full of joy. Give me a cup full of. Give me a cup full of joy. Give me a cup full of. Give me a cup full of joy. Give me a cup full of. Give me a cup full of joy. Give me a cup full of. There really is no secret. We simply accept, align, allow. AAA, morning cup full of joy, every day. To start the day on a high vibe, we call the AAA. Morning cup full of joy, with all the bees and the pod. The daily mantra is thank you, I love you, namaste. Morning cup full of joy, every day. To start the day on a high vibe, we call the AAA. Morning cup full of joy, with all the bees and the pod. The daily mantra is thank you, I love you, namaste. Give me a cup of joy. Cup of joy. Full of joy, give me a cup. Give me a cup of joy, give me a cup of joy. Give me a cup of joy, give me a cup of joy. Give me a cup of joy, give me a cup of joy. Give me a cup of joy, give me a cup of joy. Give me a cup of joy, give me a cup of joy. Give me a cup of joy, give me a cup of joy. Give me a cup of joy, give me a cup of joy. Give me a cup of joy, give me a cup of joy. Give me a cup of joy.
Woo! Thank you, Leo. Oh, Leo, I'm so glad you had a good birthday yesterday. I love you all so much. Thank you for being here this morning. Stay in your hearts and stay blessed. And I will see you later. Enjoy this day, the very first day of December. Make it memorable. And I will leave you with namaste, y'all.